Alright, welcome back to Tran Wins, Sorcerian. So in 4 years' time, Glimmin will be ready for immortality. So let's go ahead and now that I have the MP, I suppose I should take care of it now. Let me think here. Can I go into town when they're training? No. Alright. So it means I can't pray, which is fine. It means I didn't miss out on an opportunity to pray. Alright, so they will complete this training and get a point for whatever occupation they're in. So Bobo's still 1 point shy of having everybody smile at him, but everybody else is at least 16. So one more training session and she'll officially be old. At the ripe old age of 190 or of 200. Alright, so that now she's old, you'll notice her image has changed. Let's make a save here. So this will be save 3. Save 1 is after I get back from the base, or from the mission. Save 2 is after I did all my town stuff. Save 3 will now be before I do all this. Alright, so I should go get Glimmin killed at this point. See, last time I done Dragon? No. Oh yeah, I did the Dragon King. So this time is the Caverns of Ice. So at this point I will have... I'll get her killed before we leave. I'll try to get her killed before we leave. Which means she won't get XP for this mission. But she'll be immortal, so... I could also just as easily do another... Should I do another mission? No, let's just proceed on. Alright, let me open up the manual here. I can no longer remember the last time I saw the sun. In here, there is no difference between day and night, and we have lost all sense of time. I suppose it doesn't matter, really, how long we have been imprisoned here, for sooner or later, the one we once called our leader will take our lives from us. Sokuram was the man I looked up to most in all the world. He was the greatest alchemist who ever lived, and when he was driven from Pentawa for conducting experiments on artificially creating life, I followed him into exile, along with many of his other assistants. From Pentawa City, we headed for the mountains to the west, and a cave in these mountains was a deserted temple. In the temple, on a ruined altar, was a book. On its cover was written, in faded letters under ages of dust, Kitabu Alu Ajifi, the Book of the Dead. How I wished he had never found it. After spending many days and nights reading the ancient book, Sokuram emerged from seclusion with an insane light in his eyes. "We will now begin experiments to raise the dead," he announced. I remember then what I had once heard about this legendary Book of the Dead. That it had been written by a madman, and that madness came to all who sought to understand its secrets. His plan was to resurrect this demented religious leader and place him on the throne of the world with all Sokuram's secret magics at his command. We tried to stop him, but our combined powers were not enough. He locked us into this cage, and here we will stay while he causes the destruction of all we know. Meanwhile, the world grows colder as Sokuram draws all heat and energy for miles round to the surface of his unnatural task. I am so cold. Our goal. The kingdom of Pentawa is suffering from an unusual cold spell. It is as though an unseasonal winter wind were blowing from the mountains to the west, where only a few short weeks ago, the alchemist Sokuram was sent into exile for conducting forbidden experiments to create life. The king has asked the Sorcerian adventurers of Pentawa to journey to these mountains to discover the cause of this icy wind and find out if Sokuram's magic is behind this phenomenon. So yeah, this dungeon is wicked tough if I remember right. Now you'll see this. Oh, there's nothing I can do with it now. I'll be back later. This guy here, it's kind of laughable, but I don't really remember much about beating him. Let's see here. Like, I remember this dude just being beast. I don't know if I've ever killed him. See how none of my spells are doing anything? His protection may be too high for me to actually damage him or something. He has no care for the world. He just walks right through my guys. So what I'm doing to keep my characters with me is I'm pressing down, so that the characters will jump with you, because if you don't, here's what happens to you. You literally fly. Alright, so this next room is a pain. I remember losing people to this a lot. And you'll see that someone's dead, Avdaling. So, yeah. What happened was, when you leave the room when someone's trapped, they die. Now, the blue ball can resurrect, however. So yeah, Bobo died that time. You might have seen him hit against the wall. I'd given up hope that anyone would come to rescue me. My name is Sulan, and I used to be an alchemist in Pentawa City. I gave up everything to follow Sokuram, greatest of alchemists. His followers loved and admired him, but since he read that book— What book? Tell me about it! It's called the Book of the Dead. It brings insanity to all who read it. After reading it, Sokuram decided to revive the evil one who wrote it. The process requires great code, which is why it's gotten so cold here. When we tried to resist him, he imprisoned us and left us to die. Please, you must do everything in your power to stop Sokuram. Sokuram said something strange to me once. He said when hell is healed, then the way will be opened. Then he laughed as if it were a great joke. I don't understand it. Before I was in prison here, I saw something in Sokuram's notes. It said, the mystery door passes between the 5 and the 2. I'm sorry, I have no idea what it means. Yeah, so he mentioned hell. Well, did we see hell anywhere? Yeah, we did. You find this note in the skeleton's hand. C thrice, B twice, A once. Yeah, I'll be back for that bear, though, when I'm max stats, because I don't think I can kill him. You can see something shiny. You take the lever. Or lever. I just wanted to say lever. Whoops, should have saved before I went in there. And I lost someone. Darn it, I forgot something. Now I gotta run back. Bam! Take the letter A with a lever. When hell is healed, you place the letter A. Here it is. Killer snake, poisonous water snake, attacks anything. And the magic's not even hurting the snake. And maybe I've just picked bad spells. No, and Bobo immediately died. Alright, let's try that again. No! Snowball, a being of ice and snow, attacks by throwing sharp snowflakes. Snow Troll, a giant who loves to fight. But then they run away like super fast. Like, I know what to do, I was just looking for Snow Trolls. Alright, well, C thrice. This would have been best if I went the other way. B twice. A once. And then I rip out the pipe or something. I don't quite know what this really represents. But I know what it does. Oh, that doesn't help. But I know what it does, and let's see if we can get through. It allows the ice to, it allows the waterfalls to freeze. I just don't know why your characters suddenly think about it. Icicles. The icicles here are as sharp as swords. This is not me fast forwarding the footage or anything. This is me playing in real time and still not kicking this bear's butt. I mean, he's gradually winning because I don't think I'm really hurting him. Let's heal up. Sokuram. He has the power to duplicate himself. The real Sokuram is the one with the hammer. I don't see one with the hammer. Like, I'm pausing the game and with the T button. I seriously do not see a hammer on them. I'm assuming that means the one that casts lightning is the real one. Two different ones are casting lightning right there. Perhaps I'm not strong enough for this dungeon. I'm starting to get that impression. I just remember this dungeon being really tough. There we go. 1 XP. I've defeated Sokuram. I'm glad to see you, traveler. My name is Kaze. I was caught and imprisoned here by the alchemist Sokuram because of my power to create code. Sokuram needs this code to complete his plan. The world above is growing steadily colder. Soon it will turn to ice. If I could get out of here, I could reverse the process, but I've grown weak and I cannot break the barrier. Can you find a way to free me? Please help me. And I can actually help her, but I want to get Glimmin killed first. I don't know when the monsters stop appearing though. So, you won a battle and gained 500 XP. Okay, good. So now I just actually need to get Glimmin killed, I think. And make sure everything's still here. Yeah, icicles are still here. I only want Glimenda, not anyone else. So what I'll do is I'll make a save right before she runs out of hit points. And I can use that in case something goes wrong, such as if I mess up on my dividing equipment or something. I'll just say right here, so I know I can come back to that later. Alright, now it's... There he is. I was worried that the monsters all despawned. You have defeated Sokuram's bearer. Now the code can be stopped. These are tears I cried when I feared I would never be free again. Cast them to the north and the cold winds will stop blowing. In this way I thank you for my freedom. You receive the tears of wind. And she shatters her way out. So now victory is mine. There's no more monsters. I guess the icicles are still here. Kinda wondered. So even if it's items I don't plan on using, I do want to get them to show you that where the items are. I've also made a list of what these items are as stats and decided who would be divvied them or if they'd just be sold outright. And that way I don't have to worry about gearing so much, because I did spend quite a bit of time in the previous episodes enchanting my gear, so my gear will last me for a bit. The jail cells have been opened and Sokuram's prisoners are gone. I guess I could have had Glimmin commit suicide by icicle. How much damage does that do? Oh, none now. That's just animation. I don't know if I should save now or not. Let's go and save now. I do think I need Glimmin dead. It's a tool, so I don't get anything for it. And I already knew that, just showing you. Alright, so the armor. So I want to divide and sell the robe. That way I can sell it for more. If I just sold it from the inventory here, I wouldn't get much. Unfortunately, there's too many items actually named shield, so I'm not sure which one this is. This is a 6-2. 6 Jupiter, 2 Sun. So, yeah, okay, I want to equip this shield onto Goran, or not Goran, onto Bobo, and sell his anti-magic shield. So watch, if I were to sell this, it would say 45 gold. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell his anti-magic shield. And if I were to sell it now, oh, it's 15. Well, I guess it get worse. Alright, whatever. Let's see, the armor is going to go to... Let's see, this was 3-2. Okay, it's also gonna go to Goran. I don't know, I keep calling Goran because of his axe. Because his armor was normal. And I'm looking at the total stats everybody has, so like, she's got the longsword and the sacred shield, and that adds a lot to her stats. So Avdeline will get 1 point of vitality because she'll be kicked out of the party automatically and get a job as a farmer. Bobo will continue to be a fighter, or continue to be in the party, so he won't get the farmer bonus. Dead 1 year. Now your characters get... Whoops, darn it, no! The game doesn't respond as fast as I press the keypad, so I'll often hit like an arrow direction and it doesn't even register. That has hurt me a lot during enchantments. Alright, so anyways, Glimmin is dead. Adeline get her farmer on. Now, see Bobo and Sorla at the bottom? That's because when your party roster gets shuffled every time you disband, so I'll be reorganizing them. So let's make this say, we're gonna make it 4 now. And what I have to actually do to make this work. So let's talk a little bit. I'm going to talk about stats at this point, because I don't think I ever actually did. Strength is your weapon damage. If you have less than 0 or 0, if you have 0 or less, you can't actually use your melee. I've mentioned that before. Same thing for intelligence, except for magic. If you have 0 or less, you can't cast spells, and that determines your magic damage. PRT is reducing your physical attacks that are inflicted upon you. Magic resistance is MGR. That's how safe you are from magic spells. I think it may have even helped me against the frozen monster. A VIT is vitality. Only the person opening doors needs it. Every 5 is used to open the next map's door. So 5 for the first map, 10 for the second map, and so forth. Dexterity helps you avoid traps, but it's useless if you have traps knowledge. Karma, it reduces experience, lowers the cost of prices, makes enchantments go faster, and oh, it also affects, not very much, but your job money income. So like your job might give you 5 gold a year, now it gives you 4 gold. I guess you get less because you're nicer, but you get more experience in return. And it can help be a factor in whether or not you get revived at the temple. Not by the magician. The magician is what we'll be using though. Your level is determined by the formula is, according to the FAQ, and I have no reason to doubt it, it's N times the following: 1 plus your current level times 100 minus karma. And N is 2 for fighters and wizards, 3 for dwarves, and 6 for elves. So I'll try to have like that formula just like plastered across the screen right here to make it easier for what I was saying. I didn't want to just say like parentheses, open parentheses, close parentheses, whatever. Your hit points is 200 times your level, except for 100 hit points at level 0. Your magic points is 25 times 2 plus level, up to 250 at level 8. Your max stats are 5 times 2 plus level, up to 50 at level 8. Now, your chances of resurrection. If you're dead for 1 to 3 years, you have a 100% chance of being resurrected. If you're dead for 4 to 9 years, if you're young, you're 90%, middle-aged, 80, old, 50, and it goes on. We're going to say that I want her to be dead for 20 years. She will have a 10% chance to be revived. So, however, I have save and load ability, so we're just going to say 100% chance right there. Now, what you have to do is you have to have your old character dead for 20 to 29 years, and then you'll get immortality. I don't know what happens if you wait long enough. FAQ doesn't mention anything about that. So so now I'm going to have to just sort of stall. Because I don't want my characters just to drop dead, so I probably should have staggered them better. But that being said, I could just create a fifth character just on standby to help do all of this, which is what I might end up doing.